The first phase of lockdown saw great demand for biscuits, bread, bakery item, all these packed food items. Food industry was at a peak. And then during the second phase, when people realized immunity is the most important thing, a lot of people started getting conscious and realized, we have to have iron, vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, all these things in our diet, which will help us stay strong. During the second phase, the whole attention shifted toward immunity. People realized we have to consume a lot of vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, iron, and essential minerals, which will help us stay strong, fight the pandemic in the best possible way. We were observing hygiene, we were observing both personal and social hygiene, we were observing social distancing, we were observing sanitization of places, sanitization of us. But there is a lot that changed, not only outside, but the way we consume our food. The food industry will see a 2021 as a fresh year, and there will be many changes which possibly won't have happened so soon without this pandemic coming in. So the first thing that food industry is going to see is fortification of food. A lot of people don't know what fortification is. Fortification is probably, in the simplest way, if I had to explain, is adding vitamin minerals in the food so that we can easily consume it. You don't have to take a Zincovit or a Limcy or any of these medicines, but in a way that when you're eating food, you're already consuming this. Packaged food industry especially will start adding these products, and actually they've already started adding. So if you look at your essential cookies or oil and milk, all these are fortified. Milk is fortified with vitamin A and D. So is oil fortified with A and D. Your cookies or bakery items, your biscuits are fortified with zinc, calcium, iron. And a lot of staples like wheat flour is now fortified. If you look at rice flour has started getting fortification. So since there is general awareness, even the child in the house knows what zinc and vitamin C and iron means to them. All these things are already being added by the food industry. They're basically dancing on the chance that they got. They're able to increase their prices, also give consumer a lot more value in their food. So these industries are consciously putting these in a big form and trying to say that, if you consume this food, you will get a higher immunity. In turn, you will be much more stronger to have great resistance to any disease. So fortification is one big thing that has happened in the food industry and is here to stay for a very, very long time. I've been into food industry since 2009, and we make baby food which is given to underprivileged children of the society through UNICEF and NGOs of the world like World Food Program and Bill Gates Foundation, Tata Trust. We've been doing this, and in 2014 we started working on fortificants itself, and we were the first company in the country to work with Tata Trust and Bill Melinda Gates Foundation to come up with the iron premix, which is added to salt to make it double fortified salt. Also, we are able to make fortificant for rice, fortificant for oil, fortificant for milk, and any other fortificant that is required in the industry. We strongly believe fortification is the way ahead, and we've been doing this for past 6 years now. Fortification through food is happening, but there is a set of people who thought, healthy eating is the balanced diet. But what we are eating is not the only thing that our body needs. Our body needs much more vitamin minerals. So they want it coming out of food naturally. So they had to move to a category called superfoods. Now, people initially thought all these moringas, ashwagandha were superfoods, but they've been into our society forever. If you go back to Indian history, all these foods have been consumed and have been there forever. Superfoods, as they call quinoa or ragi, they have been part of our society forever. So, like in Rajasthan, you would consume bajras in winters, and you would consume maize in a certain weather, and then wheat in different weather. So you're essentially consuming different type of grains and getting goodness of all the grains throughout the year. So it's a great shift for people to move from one staple diet to another, because they get goodness of all the food. So essentially all the other grains, or in fact all the different grains, are have different minerals added to it. So if you're consuming all of them in rotation, you're actually getting all the minerals which makes your diet a complete balanced diet. Also, it gives a strong immunity. So people have been talking about golden milk. It's nothing, just golden milk is basically adding haldi to your milk. So that has been existing in our society forever. People have started using ginger, which is anyways part of our food. So but their advantages to our body have been proven before, but now people have started realizing it, that this is what we need to eat to make sure that our balanced diet is there. If we go back and see what is actually happening inside the industry, so again we will have to go back to April 2020, when all this pandemic started. There was a surge in demand of biscuits, and ITCs and Parle-G's, KRBL, Nestle probably had sale of their life. They never had such a great months. They were showing all-time high revenues and all-time high profits. So all these companies realized they had huge orders and they could not meet the demand. Essentially because people were not going out, only change in their diet was buying bakery item and all these items off the shelf from the grocery store. So in production, they realized that it is very, very important to have a very automated line. When you have an automated line, food industry is basically half semi-automatic, if you had to say. There is a lot of labor involvement and there is a automation also. But they realized people with more automation were able to do more production. And simply why? Because labor migration were there, labor issues were there in the country. So with more automation, you could do more production and you could get better results. Also with the automation, there is a lot of advantages which typically would not happen so easily. Firstly, you can do higher production. Secondly, you will not get labor issues, all those labor union, labor strikes, and all those things are taken care of. Thirdly, your hygiene becomes much better. The more the food is touched with hands, the more chances of infection are there. So more automation, your food is not going to be it is going to be untouched by hands, so a better quality food. So automation and digitization are the key things that people believe they should do in the food industry, and they have started doing a lot of capital investment, because capital investment is one time cost and eventually they save up on variable labor cost in the long run. And ultimately it is very beneficial for the factory and also for consumers like us. With the rising demand of different superfoods, fortified foods, the whole way we've been consuming food is going to change. And especially with this deep internet penetration in our country, all the e-commerce portals are happy to provide all these things at your doorstep. So you don't actually have to go to your regular kirana wala and ask him and if he would have it or would not have it. All these food tech startups, in fact, it's the best time for the food tech startups, should ensure that a basic healthy diet reaches the home at the convenience of the consumer, and it has a huge potential to go up. This is basically because now you've got internet, you've got social media, you've got all the facilities, you've got logistics chain sorted. So and Amazon is there to ensure that your delivery happens, and Jio is there to ensure that internet penetration happens across the country. So you've got everything set up. All you have to come up with the product. And in fact, even if you have a few products, there are startups which are happy to take your product and put it in their basket. So it's the best time, for the health tech startups